We're back at Port Orchard FC training after a wild match on Sunday that we'll talk about in a minute. And finally, we're getting the chance to sit down with our goalkeeper, Caleb Tucker, and visit with him about how he ended up on POFC and a little bit about how the season's going. Hey, Caleb, how's it going?
Doing really well. We did have a heck of a back and forth match last game. I'd like to say I wanted to do better on that one, but really the strength of the team came through in the second half. I had a little bit of a gut check, and these guys came through. Absolutely. So, absolute blast. Loving being out here. Really, really unique opportunity to be on this team.
Yeah, let's go back a couple months to open tryouts. You were there at the end of March, and you made the team from, I think you made it out of open tryouts, right?
I did. I came to open tryouts, so Allison Molnar recruited me. So one of the other founders on the webpage and everything else like that kind of came up and said, hey, they've got this team starting up. I think you should check it out. And kind of waffled a little bit, but on her recommendation, absolutely. Figured 2 days of soccer, you can't ever beat that. So came out with a little trepidation and just to see what could happen, and it has been an absolute ride.
So you're not originally from the Pacific Northwest. You're from Texas, I hear?
I am originally from East Texas. Moved to this area about a year ago. And again, with the team, you know, you look through the papers, you talk to people. It's like, oh yeah, Pat has coached, 5 of my kids or something else like that, and I play with them. Well-known people. It's a great opportunity to connect with the community, and really amazing the fans coming out and seeing them. It's been a blast.
So if we look back at your soccer career, have you always been a goalkeeper?
So I would say almost yes. I think it was about. I think we were 12 when we started moving to some of the larger goals, and Jamie Murdoch didn't want to play goalie anymore. So I came from striker and kind of went back that way, but then continued on through the rec and club leagues into high school, and then a little bit of college.
Why did you move up to the Northwest?
Military.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So are you still serving?
I am still active duty.
Tell us a little bit about that.
So, enlisted in 98, 99. Picked up an officer package. I'm an intelligence officer, working at Submarine Group 9. Been a good 24 years so far. See how much longer it's going to take me.
So there must be some sort of relationship between barking out and receiving orders, military-wise, and setting up a defense. I'm sure you're going to let us know. I'm sure you're going to let us know what that is for a goalkeeper. A lot of anecdotal or vignette type of being able to set up your work centers or find your strengths, or really talk to know your people, to be able to see where they want to be and where they're best put. But when you come out with a team like this, again, the skill level is something I haven't played for years and years and years. So even every day I'm learning stuff from the defense, from the offense, from the goalkeeping coach, and then even the goalkeepers talking back and forth. So setting up that defense really is communication, is what I try to do, is let them know what I see on the field and let them deal with it, and they deal with it really well. If we look back at it seems longer than 4 games somehow. I don't know, maybe. But if we go back, you were like our first big star guy, because we didn't score in our opening game, our friendly, but we did get a penalty kick save from you that kept us in the match. And right away after that, kids were asking for your autographs, and we were asking to sell the jerseys. So really, right away, you were one of the first names. So before we started scoring all these 19 goals we've got, we had you blocking shots.
We had to stop them first to be able to get there and get that rhythm going. That was a unique moment. Glad it was a friendly. And honestly, PK's got a good read on the guy. Took my chance, went that way, and worked out for us.
And one of the biggest roars, if not the biggest roar of the season. I couldn't believe it. I looked up at the crowd, and they were standing and cheering, and we knew right then and there that we were going to have some good support this year.
It was a blast. Some of the ball boys, it was like right after that. Hey, keeper, can we talk to you? And wanted to catch up with them after the game. Had a couple of walkouts. Hey, shout out to Lincoln for walking me out a couple times, which is absolutely awesome. So the support there and giving back to the community that way is amazing.
So then we move into our 3 games so far for the league season, and we keep giving up a couple more goals each time, but we still win. So a shutout for you, and then 2 goals against Thurston, and then 3 this weekend. And looking at the replays, I mean, there were at least 2 that were probably just not going to be stopped, but then the one maybe on the goal line, you guys could have called each other off or communicated. I'm not sure, but certainly the 3rd one that put them ahead, he just unleashed it, and you stood there.
They did. I was caught flat-footed. He had a quick turn after a takeaway on our side. I was out of position on the near post and got to watch that one go right by me. So those 6-yard scrambles, always hard. A lot of the times not off of set plays. We're talking about 70% of goals scored inside the 6 box. So working on that, working on those angles, making sure that we've got those is a lot of what Mark and Alex, Parker and I are going to look to work towards, because we understand where some of the points of the defense, if they gang up on it, might come. So we'll keep looking to get back to that shutout.
Yeah, and we had a couple guys from the back that were injured, and it was a little bit of a different team, but it was still a team that when Coach yelled at them at halftime, they were able to snap out of it. So that's what you want, and kudos to the work you're doing so far. It's awesome having you on the team, and we'll check back in with you again later to see how it's going.
Thanks so much.
Thanks, Caleb.